Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Jake Javarelli of Javarelli.com. Just a bunch of referral links. This is my Javarelli Life channel. It's more about just other stuff that I like, crypto, since that seems to dominate my primary channel. I want to talk about two different things. One, actually they're both in this video. This guy's flying his motorcycle here. But there's also someone following him, and that's the first-person video drone. That's what this video is all about, and I think this is an upcoming thing. Not necessarily X Games motocross type stuff, or even first-person video, but the combination of the two. So I think this is a pretty fascinating video, but I'm going to cut over to something more interesting here. Let's see, these are old videos here. Mr. Steele, if you haven't heard of this guy, probably one of the most adept first-person video drone flyers I've ever seen. This guy's stuff is absolutely stunning. What he can do, and it can certainly be a little hard to follow and maybe a little stomach turning. So I'll play some of his stuff here. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I can't imagine doing this stuff with, you know, in the goggles. It would take so much practice. I'm sure he's had tons of practice, but it's just, oh man, I can't. Anyways, the point I want to make about his cool videos is his skill in navigating these narrow spaces and just running, you know, all over the place, as you can definitely see he's doing. Constantly flipping upside down, flipping right side up. If you kind of like get your face into it, I think it would probably make you a little nauseous unless you've done video games that are similar to what he's doing. Anyways, so what I wanted to show you was this right here, was this skateboarding. I think that being able to use first-person video drones with X Games would be absolutely amazing if they're not already doing it. I know that they've strung up cameras over the certain events, but the drone pilot can just follow anywhere. I mean, actually, there's another video of a guy I watched earlier where he was following through this really long course. I didn't even know how they could have strung up a camera to follow that. In my opinion, first-person video, it's just, there's nothing. Obviously it takes practice, but the people who are just as practiced in doing the skateboarding like this guy is are just as practiced in their skill in flying the camera, flying the drone. I mean, look at that. He's following him perfectly. I mean, maybe an AI could do that pretty well, but you know a skilled cameraman is going to be able to do it far better. So, I'm really into this idea, and I just wanted to present this to my subs. I know this is my first video on this channel, and I'm always trying to grow, you know, the channel as it is. It's weird. I haven't even reached 1,000 subs at this point. Okay, at the time I'm making this video, my primary channel doesn't even have 1,000 subs on it, but I just wanted to start and get into something that was slightly different. Since I have so much stuff that's crypto related on that channel, I'm trying to push it over on this channel. So, but I kind of got into this through this YouTube channel, this flight test guys that build some pretty crazy vehicles and then try to fly them. I think. I don't remember if I can find it in here or not. It's sort of popular. We'll see it. Yeah, there we go. Largest racing drone ever. This thing is gigantic. And seeing this thing fly, it's just like 4 feet across. It would actually be honestly quite scary seeing something that big fly anywhere near you, or for that matter, just seeing it up in the sky, flying around. You can see how big the standard drones are. The guys are, the FPV flyers are flying behind him. Oh, there goes the one underneath. Yeah, there we go. There's a perfect example of how tiny the regular one is compared to this giganto one they're flying. I guess what I'm trying to get at with this whole thing is, this is neat. I mean, flight test is pretty cool. It's a neat channel. Seeing somebody obviously do this skill level and then be able to chase somebody in something like X Games would just be absolutely stunning, because you can get the shots you could never get before. Even with a flyover drone or a flyover camera like this, you know, $100,000 or maybe they're even $500,000 cameras that the networks tend to use in things like ABC, NBC for the U.S. You know, these drones, maybe $1,000, maybe a custom one, maybe more than that, but you know, a DJI doesn't, or $2,000 maybe. But being able to get these kind of shots is just absolutely stunning, and I think this is something that's going to take off, if it hasn't already. No pun intended by what this guy's doing. I'm just absolutely incredibly fascinated to see the point of view, and I think that I want to go furthermore into just talking about Mr. Steele here and how his videos show not just the skill of a person who's probably practiced daily for several years, but the grand possibilities of what could actually be done in like a movie scene or in actually I'm thinking about it primarily in movies, but it just the idea of being able to, like, the freedom of flight, just be able to fly and go anywhere like he's currently doing. I mean, there's all this architecture that you could explore, but you can't get to it without a ladder or, like this, a drone. I mean, this is a little dizzying, obviously. He's flipping and turning constantly, but he's also going places that really only a bird could possibly go. And it's just fascinating to me to see somebody, not just with his skill level, as I said before, but be able to travel into those spaces. I don't know if I can find another video of his that's going up in skyscrapers area. This was, yes. This was from, I think they were doing a photo shoot with a BMW i3. They had him going around these walkover bridges. Yeah, here we go. This is kind of neat. It's a little dizzying, obviously. Maybe not. To me, it is. But fascinating, because I mean, he gets up pretty high. I mean, you can't go there, right? Well, anyways, I think everybody who's seen drone videos knows full well what the possibility of drones are. But I'm really looking forward to seeing more drone shot professionally done for major networks when they're actually doing shows. So like maybe have a team of like 10 or 15 guys that are all sending the drones out constantly, and they're just cutting to the next scene, to the next scene, to the next scene. You know, like they do with the cameras now. They have cameramen filming for sporting events, but in sporting events we can actually follow. Now, I wouldn't personally advise somebody doing this kind of stuff with a drone at like individual, like let's say a football event or tennis, or they're not really going very far. I mean, football, yes, American football I'm talking about. Basketball, they don't really go very far. It probably would be inappropriate to be flying a drone inside like that. But a football game or a baseball game, either like an outdoor game, or like a soccer game or traditional football, those kind of things, you'd actually want to be able to get up close. Now, of course, you don't want to hit the players. You want to be up high enough. You don't want to get hit by the ball either. But it would just be amazing to be able to get all these different views that a person like Mr. Steele could possibly get. And I mean, more people train in these things. I mean, it's not like this guy isn't popular. He's got, what, 385,000 subs, and this is in March of 2021. But this guy over here, where'd he go? This guy, he's got almost 1 million. And he does, you know, this kinds of stuff. With his video, let me just skip ahead into some of his video shots here.
FPV drone, that is crazy.
Don't want to do that. Yeah, giving credit to all these creators. I'm not trying to take their video. I'm just trying to show my viewers what they do. I can't even monetize my videos yet, so it's not really about that. But I just want to show, if this guy's talking about this DJI FPV racing drone that literally just came out. And it's strangely enough about the amount equivalent to the stimulus check that Americans are getting right now. I don't know if that was the point, but it's just kind of funny to find that price is right there. You know, $1,200–1,300. I'm not going to be spending mine on that, but it's fascinating to me to see the level of detail that you can actually see by in his videos. Another scene where he's flying over the Hollywood Hills. Yeah, this was amazing to see. flying over the hills here like this. Just, oh, so incredible to be able to fly like that. Obviously it's not you doing it, but it feels like it, looks like it. I mean, especially if you're in full screen. You can certainly kind of get that motion sensation kind of thing. So, anyways, enough of the stealing other people's video. This is the drone I was talking about, the DJI FPV drone. If they're listening here, if it looks like the camera itself or the drone itself is like mostly battery, it is mostly battery, because the whole point here is to give kind of people more ability to experience that kind of thing altogether. And anyways, point of the video, as I was saying, I'm not trying to get off topic. I'm really trying to get to the point of, I really hope to see in the near future, if they're not already doing it, maybe they haven't, I just wasn't watching, the higher incorporation of FPV drones in X Games or in other sporting events or things like that. And from what I've read and heard, people say that they primarily do vehicles, because if you hit a vehicle, you're not going to hurt it much. I'm sure the driver doesn't like it, but you're not going to injure that person as much. I've seen some pretty amazing stuff that Mr. Steele actually did. I don't know if I can find that video, but he was in, let's see here. Don't go to that. He said he did it recently, but I don't know. Ah, here we go. Yep. This is it. Following these, what's it called? Drifter around the track. I mean, he's getting so ridiculously close to the car and just following it as it rips around the track, or if this even is a track. You can't do this, as far as I know, with any other camera setup. The car has got cameras on it, but Steele's following this car within, sometimes as close as a couple of inches away from the vehicle, which is really kind of amazing to see. It kind of feels like a video game, and like the title of the video is, oh, it's not this one, it's a different video. It's basically, it looks like a video game. This is live. Oh well, live action. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of bring this concept together. If you haven't seen it before, I mean, my channel is a nothing channel. Maybe someone else is going to pick this up. We'll see. But I wanted to kind of use this video out for the very first time with the very first video I ever did for this channel, because this is absolutely fascinating. I'm going to be bringing more fascinating things, probably more stuff to FPV, probably more skateboarding. I really like skateboarding. So this is Jabberly Life. My name is Jake Jabberly. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next one.